Hey, you guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to Coach's Corner, our next and latest installment. Um, are you giving your gift? Are you giving your gift? I so if any of you out there in podcast land and later YouTube land have actually listened to any of my things here. One of my earlier ones, I try and title them, based on what we end up talking about for the 10 or so minutes. Um, Speaking of 10 or so minutes, let me set my timer. My third or fourth installment was called The Gift. And it was called The Gift because that is what I learned from my very first acting teacher and first director in high school, that we had a gift to give. And I've taken that and built on that. And it's really the foundation of my work, um, that I am working on bringing others on board with. Right. I don't want to say I'm teaching because I don't adhere to any philosophy, any method, any system. Frankly, I think all that's crap. Yeah, I'm saying it. Yes, I'm saying the method is crap. I'm saying whatever any fucking teacher out there is telling you is the way. I'm telling you their way is bullshit. Their way is old, it's antiquated, and it was someone building something for themselves ultimately. My system is the anti system, it's the non system, it is the you are the system. My system is helping you discover you. And this is absolutely not what I was planning on talking about. Um, it just made sense for some reason to mention that or reiterate when we started with the gift. That was it. Look at that, a minute and 29 seconds, and I lost my train of thought. Um, I shared those episodes with my very first acting teacher and director recently. I sent him copies of the links. Said, "Hey, I'm doing these installments for this podcast called The Gift and part two." And there was no response. And a couple of days later, I was like, "I wanted you to listen to them because you inspired them." Well, he listened, and then he responded, and it was very well, no big surprise. It was amazing. It was awesome. It was sweet. Um, and he called me a colleague, which was also really cool. Um, but anyway, are you giving your gift? Are you giving you? Are you giving your heart? That's the game, guys. That's it. That's what this is all about. And I can absolutely use that as a lead in. I wanted to bring back something I talked about a couple of weeks ago. The title was, I believe, "Are you support? Stop supporting a-holes." That's it. Stop supporting assholes. And this whole, if you, again, listen to me, you would know I'm not the biggest fan of Hollywood. I'm not the biggest fan of how things are done. And I don't think that we should just be okay with it because that's how it's always been done. Bullshit. So, very often, students in my class take another class and talk about how lame the other class was. um, and that's more true than it is not. Not that I like to frame things like that. It sounds very petty. that way. But their experience is not a positive experience. Their experience is a very negative experience. Their experience is one of a teacher that is, well, frankly, full of themselves. Their way is the way. You don't know shit, and they're going to teach you. I tell my students all the time, I take no credit for their success. I'm not teaching them anything because they have it all inside of them already. I just provide the space for them to discover that and learn to access that. And I stand by that comfortably, confidently even. Why? Because I have a 6.5-year running lab every week. Very few people in this industry can boast that. So I feel really, really good about what I've been able to witness and experience, the miracles that I get to experience on a weekly basis. So a couple of weeks ago, talking about these teachers who like to chew people out, tell them that they're not welcome to come back and all this bullshit. Mind you, I've been accused of harassment. I've been accused of other bullshit. But I know that I've never torn anyone apart. I have witnessed it. I have. And the whole point of this is to hopefully help somebody out there not do or make the mistake that I made, which was stay silent. How would I do that? Well, we're going to reframe it from stop supporting assholes to stop supporting bullies. These people are nothing but fucking bullies. And why? Why is it okay? In what world is it okay? Oh, because it's Hollywood? Because this is a famous acting teacher? Fuck that. Who the fuck are you? And grow a fucking spine. Because no fucking way in hell is that okay. I got fucking LA teachers telling people to stop taking my class, apparently. I'll put my students up against their students any fucking day, by the way. Bullying. Today, my sensei posted a meme about bullying and I shared it and I said, that's tonight's coach's corner. First of all, it was my sensei. And as some of you know, the acting class or lab, whatever you want to call it, workshop, is now called the Actors Dojo. It's because of my sensei and what I've learned from him. And it's a form of karate. But there are teachers out there that are so full of themselves, resting on whatever laurels of having had an Emmy nomination or two, or I don't care, whatever. You know what? Who cares what awards you have or have been nominated for? You treat people like shit, then you're a piece of shit. I apologize for the language. I am working on improving it, but part of me is like, you know what? Fuck that. Get over it. Deal with it. So I'm struggling with that. I see both sides of the argument in terms of language. Anyway, and something that came up tonight in class, and I told them, write it down, and they sent it to me because I would forget it. I said, no class and no teacher is going to give you results. I'm going to repeat that. No class and no teacher is going to give you results. You are going to give yourself results. That's the truth. If you think a teacher is going to make a difference, please show me a teacher and all that has made people famous. Let's just stick it in terms of acting, right? Yes, there have been great teachers out there, and maybe numerous have studied with them, but they're not the reason that they became famous. They're not the reason. They're not. Sure, it can be a stepping stone in the process, but the reality is it's you. It's always you as a life coach and a business coach. It's you. So why is it going to be different in acting? Stop selling your soul. Yes, I said that. You are selling your soul when you're willing to stand by and watch someone be bullied. Stop standing by and watching others be bullied. Not fucking okay. We're talking about art. We're talking about the arts. And yes, I know it's a fucking business, so don't come at me with that bullshit. It can be better. We can be better. We can do better. Fucking do better. Stop being an asshole and supporting a bully. I love you. Good night. We'll see you next week.